This is HP all-in-one PC, model number 22-DF0. And today we're going to install Windows 11. As you can see on my hand, this is the Windows 11 installer, USB installer. And once you connect it, then you can press and hold to shut it down, and then you press back on. Now, for HP by default, F10 is the BIOS key. But I'm going to press F9 to check if there is any direct option. If not, I'm going to press F10 and get into traditional BIOS page that you can see. Now, there are a few options that you can see: main, security, configuration, boot options, and exit. Those menus does have sub-menus that you can choose all those settings. By default, HP is ready to take Windows 11, but still, a couple of things we need to make sure those are enabled and disabled. So if you get into boot options, from there you can find a couple of options. One is secure boot, another one is legacy support. Make sure secure boot is enabled. If you're not sure, then hit the enter button. It's going to give you a couple of options and you can choose. When you choose enable secure boot, then legacy has to be disabled. Go to exit, save the changes. Now we're going to keep pressing F9 to get into temporary boot options. From here, if we created the bootable installer correctly, is going to show us on that boot list, which you can see UEFI generic flash disk 8.07. Hit enter. Now it's going to load up. It depends on your USB. If the USB is good, from good brand and faster, then it's going to come up faster. Otherwise, it's going to take a couple of minutes. And from here you can choose whatever you like. For me, United Kingdom, hit next. And then from there, we're going to accept the terms and condition, the policy. And here is the question. Before you delete anything, you must need to back up the data. So be careful, okay? I don't have any important data, so I'm going to delete everything to create a single partition from the entire drive. And I'm going to hit next. Now, it's going to copy all the files and folders to the C directory. And then it would take maybe a couple of restarts and then Windows should be ready. So let's check it out end of this video if that is successful or not. So it seems everything is fine now. We might need to install the drivers by connecting to Wi-Fi. Let me know if you do have any question. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.